Good morning, students. Welcome back to the Geometry Online session. As you all know, we are doing the third lesson, and in the previous sessions, we have learned the theorem of remote interior angles of a triangle. We have also solved the practice set 3.1. This is the third session, and in this session, we are going to learn the congruence of triangles. Before moving on to the congruence of triangle, I want you all to see some figures. Here I have drawn two rectangles, two hexagons, two pentagons and two triangles. Can you tell me which figures are congruent here? Now, how to find the figures are congruent or not? For that, you have to do some activity. What you can do to find the congruency between the figures? You have to place this figure on the another rectangle, and if it fits exactly with it, then you can say that the two rectangles are congruent. Similarly, you have to place one hexagon on the other hexagon, and if it fits exactly with it, you can say that these two are congruent. This case is similar with the pentagon and triangles. So any figure when you put or you place on the other figure and it fits exactly with it, then you can say that the figures are congruent. Now let's try to learn the congruence of triangles. Now here I have drawn two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Now how to find the congruency between these two triangles? You have to place triangle ABC on triangle PQR, and if it fits exactly with it, then you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So what is the definition for congruency? If a triangle placed upon another triangle fits exactly with it, then the two triangles are said to be congruent. But it is not always possible to place any triangle upon the another triangle. So what are the different ways to find out the congruency of triangles? Let's see. Here I have drawn one triangle ABC and triangle PQR, and I want to find the congruency between these two triangles. So what I can do? I have to consider their three sides and three angles. So altogether I have 6 elements. So I have to measure all these 6 elements and I have to compare these 6 elements to find the congruency of triangles. Is it necessary to consider all 6 elements to find out the congruency? Not at all, because there are some conditions by which we can find the given triangles are congruent or not. Now what are those conditions? We can have a set of 3 elements together, and by the set of these 3 elements only we can find the congruency between the triangles. Now let's see what are those conditions. If the corresponding sides of these two triangles are equal, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So what is the meaning of corresponding side? That means if side AB is equal to side PQ, side BC is equal to side QR, and side AC is congruent to side PR, then we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Similarly, if angle A is congruent to angle P, angle B is congruent to angle Q, and angle C is congruent to angle R, then also we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Now, the congruency between the two triangles can be written in this form. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, and this sign is used to show the congruency between any two figures or any two triangles. Now let's first understand what is the meaning of correspondence. For that we have to consider two triangles. Let the first triangle be triangle ABC and another triangle be triangle PQR. Now correspondence is nothing but the matching or pairing of vertices. Now how to match the vertices? We have to match vertex A with vertex P, vertex B with vertex Q and vertex C to cut vertex R. And this correspondence can be shown by this sign. There are different ways to find the correspondence between the two triangles. Let's see. We have seen the correspondence between ABC and vertices PQR. Now what is the other way? We can show the correspondence of ABC to PRQ. What does this tell us? Yes, this tells that vertex A corresponds to vertex P, vertex B corresponds to vertex R, vertex C corresponds to vertex Q. Similarly, we can show the correspondence of vertices ABC to vertices QRP. Vertex ABC can also correspond to vertices QPR. Vertices ABC corresponds to vertices RQP. Vertices ABC can also correspond to vertices RPQ. Now, by changing or the rearranging the vertices of triangle ABC, then also you can show the correspondence between triangle or vertices PQR. So there are different ways to show the correspondence between the vertices. Now let's understand or let's learn the conditions for congruency of two triangles. Now I told you that you can consider three elements of triangle and then with the help of those three elements also you can show the congruency between the two triangles. Now you cannot take any three elements. There are some conditions. So let's see which are the three elements you can consider. First one, ASA test means angle side angle test. Second one, SAS test. Third one, SSS test, that is triple S test. Fourth one, SAA test. Fifth one, hypotenuse side test. Now fifth one is only for the right angle triangles. Now let's start with the first test, that is ASA test. Now let's try to understand ASA test with the example. Here I have drawn triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Now I want to find out these two triangles are congruent or not, and if they are congruent, then by which test? In this figure, angle B is given as 75 degree and angle E is also 75 degree. In triangle ABC, angle C is 55 degree and in triangle DEF also angle F is 55 degree. And this side BC is given as 6 centimeter and side EF is given as 6 centimeter. Now this side, if you observe this side BC, it is between these two angles which are given to us. And here also in triangle DEF, this side EF is between these two given angles, angle E and angle F. Therefore, this side EF and side BC is known as included side between the two angles. And these sides are also equal. So angle B and corresponding angle E is equal. Another angle C and corresponding angle F is equal, and the included side between them is also equal, then we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. By which test? Yes, by angle side angle test, that is ASA test. I hope you have understood this. Only here to see that the two angles should be given, the two corresponding angles of the two triangles should be given, and the side which is included between them should be equal. Then we can say that the two triangles are congruent by ASA test. Now let's try to understand SAS test, that is side angle side test. Now when we can say that two triangles are congruent by this test? When or if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and included angles of another triangle. Then we can say that these two triangles are congruent by SAS test. Now let's try to understand this with an example. For this, I have here drawn triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Now what this test tells us? That we have to consider two sides and one angle. Now this angle should be included angle. Now in the previous test we have seen what is the meaning of included. Included means between the two sides, in between whatever angle we are getting, that angle we have to consider. Now let's see what is given here. Side AB is given as 4. In triangle DEF, side DE is given as 4 cm. Side AC is equal to side DF, and angle A and angle D is given as 75 degree. Now if you observe this figure, if you consider vertices ABC corresponds to vertices DEF, then side AB is equal to side DE, side AC is equal to side DF, and angle A is equal to angle D. That means corresponding two sides are equal and corresponding angle is also equal, and this angle A and angle D are between these two sides, these two congruent sides. That means this angle is called as included angle. So angle A and angle D are included angle between two sides of these two triangles. Therefore, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. By which test? Correct, by side angle side test. So students, which two tests we learned today? Yes, the first one angle side angle test, and second one side angle side test. So the remaining three tests we will learn in the next session. And now we will try to solve some problems based on these two tests from practice set 3.2. Now the first question, in each of the examples given below, a pair of triangles is shown. Equal parts of triangles in each pair are marked with the same signs. Observe the figure and state the test by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. Now let's see the first example here. Now in this example, two triangles are given, triangle PQR and triangle STU, and the pair of equal parts are shown here. If you observe this figure, here angle P and angle S are shown congruent, angle R and angle T are shown congruent, and side PR and side ST is shown congruent. So these are the three parts or three elements shown here. Then what they have asked you to find out the test by which these two triangles are congruent. So which test can we write here? Now let's see what are the elements congruent here. Two angles and the included side. That means these two triangles are congruent by angle side angle test. Therefore, we can say that triangle PRQ is congruent to triangle STU. Why we have not written here PQR? Because vertex P is corresponds to vertex S, vertex R is corresponds to vertex T, and vertex Q is corresponds to vertex U. That is why here, while writing the name of the triangles, we have written triangle PRQ is congruent to triangle STU. So always remember, while writing the name of the triangles, you have to see the correct correspondence between these two triangles. I hope you all have understood this. And now one more important thing I forgot to tell you, and you have to remember that if you show the three elements of any two triangles are congruent, the remaining three, we have seen that the 6 elements are there to show the correspondence between the triangles. So out of that, we are showing 3 elements in each test. So the remaining 3 elements will also automatically become congruent. If you show any 3 elements according to the test, the remaining 3 will also automatically become congruent. Let's see the second example. In this example, triangle XYZ and triangle LMN is given to us. Side XY is given as equal to side LM. Side YZ is equal to side MN, and angle Y is equal to angle M. That means if you observe this figure, you will find that two sides, corresponding sides are given congruent, and the angle included between them are congruent. That means which test we can apply here? Side angle side test. So let's write down, by side angle side test, triangle XYZ is congruent to triangle LMN, because here vertex X is corresponds to vertex L, vertex Y is corresponds to vertex M, and vertex Z is corresponds to vertex N. So we can write here triangle XYZ congruent to triangle LMN. I hope you all are understanding this. Now let's see the second question. Observe the information shown in pairs of triangles given below. State the test by which the two triangles are congruent. Write the remaining congruent parts of the triangle. Now here two triangles are given, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Here also the equal parts are mentioned, and you have to write these two triangles are congruent by which test, and you have to write the remaining congruent parts of the triangle also, because here only 3 equal parts are shown to us, and the remaining 3 parts also you have to write down, because if the 3 parts of any triangles are equal, then the remaining 3 parts also automatically be congruent. So let's start this, and this is the activity based question. So only you have to write the fill in the blanks. Answer is given to us. So let's see how to write the answer. In triangle ABC and triangle PQR, angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR. Segment BC is congruent to segment QR. Angle ACB is congruent to angle PRQ. Now this is the information which is shown in the figure. Therefore, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. By which test? Now here if you observe the figure, two angles are given congruent, and the included side between is also given as congruent. That means which test? Angle side angle test. So let's write down here ASA test. If these two triangles are congruent, then the remaining sides are or remaining angles will be also congruent. So therefore angle, now these two angles are already shown. Now this angle we have to show. So angle BAC will be congruent to angle QPR. So let's write down angle QPR. Reason you will write as corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Similarly, if this segment is shown as a congruent, these two segments we have to show. So now if AB, segment AB will be congruent to segment PQ, because these two are the corresponding sides of these two triangles. Therefore, segment AB is congruent to segment PQ and segment AC is congruent to segment PR. Reason is same as above one, that is corresponding sides of congruent triangles. I hope you all have understood this. This one was very simple one. Only you have to write the fill in the blanks. With this, we will stop here today. Remaining 3 tests and the questions from practice set 3.2 we will solve in the next session. I hope you all have understood this session clearly. Now let's see the assignment question. Here I have given you two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle LMN, and the three equal parts are also shown here, and you have to state that these two triangles are congruent by which test. I hope you will be able to solve this question. So see you in the next session. Thanks for watching.